Pro-resistance hackers claim a major breach of Israel's elite intelligence network, compromising sensitive operational data. Handala announces it unmasked dozens of top Israeli intelligence officers through the extensive data extraction. Around 50 members of elite Unit 9900 allegedly exposed in what hackers describe as a massive coordinated leak. Israel's critical eyes in the sky unit sustains direct hit, with core strike planning capabilities now targeted. In emerging cyber warfare front, strategic leaks prove more devastating than conventional missiles against key infrastructure. Handala has claimed it exposed the identities of dozens of senior Israeli intelligence officials, including those working in sensitive cyber and surveillance roles. The hacker group further claimed it published details of about 50 officers serving in the Israeli military's Unit 9900, a highly specialized unit within the armed forces. Unit 9900 is regarded as one of the most advanced geospatial intelligence divisions in the world, handling complex analysis of visual and satellite data. The unit plays a key role in processing satellite imagery, drone surveillance footage, and highly detailed 3D terrain mapping for operational planning. Unit 9900 is believed to support reconnaissance missions, battlefield awareness, and the targeting component of many strike operations carried out by Israel. Some reports suggest its intelligence products have been used in high-profile operations, including precision strikes and targeted actions in conflict zones. If verified, the leak would represent one of the most significant exposures of Unit 9900's personnel data in recent years. The group framed the disclosure as a symbolic blow to the Israeli intelligence system's perceived myth of invincibility and technological superiority. Exposure of personnel identities could raise serious security concerns for those operating undercover or working on sensitive overseas missions. The hackers also portrayed the leak as a warning to individuals and agencies involved in cyber and intelligence warfare, particularly against Palestinian and regional actors. However, there has been no independent confirmation of the exact scale or authenticity of the claims, and Israeli authorities have not yet provided detailed public verification. Recall that, just days ago, an Iran-backed hacking group also targeted Israel's air defense network during the ongoing war, highlighting the expanding digital front. On April 2nd, the Handala hacktivist group announced it had breached a company directly tied to Israel's air defense systems. The group says it hacked PSK Wind Technologies, described as a key designer and operator of Israel's integrated command and control networks. Handala claims it gained full access to data on Israeli command centers and critical defense infrastructure, not just a few stray files. The leaked material allegedly includes blueprints of communication systems and operational details of Israel's air defense network. The hackers say they have already passed this intelligence to resistance missile units to help plan future strikes with greater precision. In its statement, Handala warns that Israeli defense networks will no longer enjoy the level of security they once took for granted. The group calls this hack the beginning of the collapse of Israel's false sense of security, framing it as a psychological as well as technical blow. Handala also warns that no military system, however advanced, will remain safe from future cyber attacks by the so-called resistance axis. In its statement, Handala said, Israeli command centers and defense infrastructure will no longer enjoy their previous level of security. Future resistance operations can be planned and carried out based on the intelligence obtained in this attack. This is only the beginning of the collapse of Israel's false sense of security. No system, regardless of its technical sophistication or military-grade design, is immune to the cyber capabilities of the resistance. Unquote. This cyberclaim comes right after Iran-linked missile strikes physically damaged a major cloud facility in Bahrain on April 1st. A Financial Times-cited report says Amazon's cloud computing infrastructure in Bahrain was hit and set on fire in that Iranian attack. Iran's guards had already threatened to go after U.S. tech giants, naming Google, Apple, Microsoft and others, as part of their wider retaliation playbook. The PSK Wind breach comes barely a week after Handala went after U.S. security infrastructure, showing how its footprint is spreading from Washington to the Gulf and now into Israel's air defense brain. On March 27th, the pro-Iran, pro-Palestinian group Handala claimed it had breached FBI Director Kash Patel's personal email account. The hackers then posted personal photos and documents online, crowning Patel as their latest high-profile target. The dump included images of Patel smoking cigars, riding in a convertible and posing with bottles of rum, clearly meant to embarrass him. A U.S. Justice Department official has confirmed his inbox was compromised and said the data appears authentic. The leaked cache is said to mix personal notes with work-related emails stretching from about 2010 to 2019. Handala calls itself a pro-Palestinian vigilante crew, but Western researchers trace it to Iranian cyber units like Void Manticore. Handala recently claimed a massive hit on U.S. medical tech giant Stryker, saying it wiped more than 200,000 systems and exfiltrated tens of terabytes of data. Cyber researchers see Handala as just one online persona fronting for Iranian state-backed cyber spies. Separate reports say top U.S. defense contractor Lockheed Martin has also been breached by pro-Iran hackers tied to the same ecosystem. The group claims to have accessed sensitive data on 28 senior Lockheed engineers working inside Israel. Those engineers were allegedly warned to leave Israel within 48 hours or face unspecified danger to their homes. Handala's statement urged Lockheed staff to halt all cooperation with Israel's military machine altogether.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.